There are some names that echo beyond the game they played, names that refuse to be contained within the lines of a basketball court or any arena. Kobe Bryant is one of those names, but what made him extraordinary was not just talent, not just skill, not even the championships. What made Kobe Bryant unforgettable was his mentality, the Mamba mentality. Kobe didn't just show up, he lived a philosophy, a relentless drive that made him wake up at 4 a.m. to train while the rest of the world was sleeping, a fire so deep that even on broken bones, even through torn tendons, even with the weight of criticism and failure on his shoulders, he kept playing, he kept working, he kept becoming. But here's the truth. Kobe was not born a legend. He was built into one. Brick by brick, hour by hour, failure by failure. He missed 14,481 shots in his career. He lost hundreds of games. He even holds the record for the most missed shots in NBA history. And yet, in those failures, he found his power. Because Kobe believed something most people never understand, that failure is not the end. Failure is information. Failure is the path to greatness. Think about this. At 12 years old, Kobe played in a summer league and didn't score a single point, not one basket. Some kids would quit. Kobe made a promise to himself that day he would never be outworked again. That moment of failure became his fuel. It was in empty gyms, shooting until his arms gave out. It was in film rooms, studying the moves of Jordan and Magic and every great that came before him. It was in every sacrifice, missing parties, losing friends, isolating himself, because to Kobe, greatness required obsession. He once said, "Rest at the end, not in the middle." That wasn't just a quote. It was a way of life. He understood what most don't want to admit. Success costs. It costs sleep. It costs comfort. It costs relationships. It costs you the version of yourself that chooses average over greatness. And the question is, are you willing to pay that price? Pressure? Kobe laughed at pressure. Why? Because he prepared too much to feel it. He visualized success so vividly, so relentlessly, that by the time the game came, it was already decided in his mind. Pressure doesn't live where preparation exists. If you feel fear, if you feel unprepared, maybe it's not life against you. Maybe it's you not doing the work. But Kobe wasn't only about himself. Later in his career, he became a mentor. He demanded more from his teammates, sometimes in ways that seemed harsh, even brutal. But leadership is not about being liked. It's about pulling greatness out of people, even if they resist, even if they hate you for it. That's love, the hard kind of love that doesn't let you stay small. And when the world thought his story was over after basketball, Kobe proved once again, he was never just an athlete. He won an Oscar for Dear Basketball. He wrote books. He mentored the next generation. He showed us that reinvention is possible, that your first dream doesn't have to be your last, that greatness isn't about what you do, it's about who you become. And then came the day we lost him, a day the world stood still, because legends like Kobe aren't supposed to die young. But his passing reminded us, even giants are mortal. And yet, the Mamba mentality, that doesn't die. It lives in every kid who takes one more shot, in every dreamer who works while the world sleeps, in every person who refuses to stop when the world says, enough. Kobe Bryant's life was a message, a challenge, a warning, a gift. And if you're listening right now, that message is not about basketball. It's about you, about your dream, about your work. about your mentality. So let me ask you, when your time comes, will you be ready? When the lights are brightest, will you shrink or will you rise? When you fall, because you will fall, will you quit or will you use that failure to become unstoppable? Because Kobe is gone, but his lesson remains. Work like your idol is watching. Live like your legacy depends on it. And when your moment comes, don't just show up, dominate. That's what Kobe would do. That's what the Mamba mentality demands. And that, my friend, is how you build a life that echoes beyond the game.